Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the second stream on the King K Games channel. My name is Kay. Thank you for joining us. Today we'll be jumping into the Felixstowe, Ipswich area for a trip down to Colchester from Felixstowe town, followed by a trip into the Hertfordshire area, St Albans Abbey to Watford Junction. As usual, if you have any suggestions on which route you would like to see in the future, leave me a little link down below. Let me know what you want to see. For now, let's get into it. Just get our train all set up. Heading to Colchester. Hop back in the cab. We're just waiting for the time to go down. Fun fact, this line is the largest container port with freight and passenger services, with ongoing enhancements to increase the capacity. This line connects to the Ipswich station, which travels into Liverpool Street in central London. Doors should be closing soon. I believe it's 40 miles leaving the platform. Single track line. And here we go. Today I'm driving that AP Class 170, Greater Anglia. I really like this loco. It's a diesel. Very short. There's no cab views in this loco. Why, I do not know. I would love to have a cab view. I find it more immersive to actually switch between them. Usually when I create videos, I'll edit in some cab views as well, just so you can get a passenger's view which I think helps the immersion. But while I'm live, obviously I can't do that. Also like to add in graphics just to keep people aware of what's going on. Live is something totally different. Whistleboard there. This line was originally built by Colonel George Tomline in 1877. Initially for a private railway. This line plays a major role in freight to the Port of Felixstowe, which handles significant portions of UK's container traffic. This first stretch, I really want to be at that platform around 20 miles per hour. Just makes it a little easier to stop. This is a 3-car train. Alright, doors are opening on the right. Now I do like immersion. I'm really big on immersion. The only thing I don't like about this unit, there are no passenger reviews. Like, you have 3 cars. You can't put the passenger view in the middle car. But I digress. It's still a good route. Still a good train. Doors are closing on the right. And we are taking off. Next stop is Derby Road. Heading to Colchester. Support. What are your thoughts on this Class 170? I know Train World 5 just came out with their version of the Class 170 with the cross-country and the Midwestern Railways skins on them. Who knows? Probably in preparation for a little Train World 6 action. And to be honest, it doesn't matter what comes out for Train World 6. I'm probably still gonna buy it. You know? I really would like to see that Elizabeth line, but I really doubt that it's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. You know? The last time I wanted something to happen in Train World, it actually happened. Train World 5, we got the West Coast Main Line South, It was something I really wanted. And then when we got it, I was like, great. Because I was really in love with that the Goblin line when I first got it, and I wanted to see that 710 Adventurer working on it in its full capacity. So it's one of my favorite routes. I love the Goblin line, anything West Coast Main Line as well. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why it can't be done. It's an underground route. There's only one underground route really in Train World 5, so it would be nice to have more than just the Bakerloo line, which I love as well. But yeah, to see that Elizabeth Line train working, it would be nice. You know? And I've said it before, you know, it would be a nice nod to the Queen. You'd still get a new train in that 345, and even if you didn't have to make it, you could reskin it. Like, it can be reskinned real easy, modded from the 710 if they wanted to. You can put it on multiple layers. You know, you can run it also from Paddington. Just add a little extension to Heathrow. Yeah, it's something I would actually enjoy and like to see. You know I'm just an American boy, but I would like to see that. I'm coming back out there in another month. I will definitely ride it once I get out there. It's one of my favorite lines. I'm not staying in Canary Wharf this time, though. This time I'm staying in Paddington. What's that big park that's over there? I forget the name of the park. It begins with an H. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you have any ideas on what I can do when I come out there, that would be great. Leave it in the comments. I'll check it out. I'll be missing Carnival by 1 week, unfortunately. But I don't know. I might not even stay in London at all. Like, I would love to hop on that Channel train and go to France somewhere. You know, I've always wanted to visit the Louvre. I still have some museums that I want to go to. I'm a big artist guy. I like to draw. So if you guys are looking for anything that needs to be drawn, like a logo or something, let me know. Give me a shout out. I'll be interested. I can't promise you it'll get done, but I'll be interested. If not, just continue watching my videos. I enjoy that as well. I'll try to keep it as immersive as possible. Although you can't do that much live streaming. But I'll still be making my videos, so you can check out the videos as well. Okay? Drop it down on 50 soon. There's the warning. I'll start braking. Second notch. And I am expecting traffic. So I'll keep an eye on that. I see a yellow coming up. There's the magnet. Here's the acknowledge. Single yellow. Next one is most likely red. I'm just gonna tab through that in a second if it is. For now I'll stay at 35. Here's the red. There's the magnet. There's the acknowledgement. Now I'm clear to the platform. I'll just let it coast in for now. There's no way a train could be coming because I was already on the line. Otherwise, I would have stopped at the red. Alright. 0.3 miles to the platform. Derby Road. Doors will be opening on the left. Start braking. Step 2. Alright, this is Derby Road. Watch your step getting off. Doors opening on the left. This is a Greater Anglia Class 170 to Colchester. This is Derby Road. And there's the other train. Two for the guard, and we're off. Next stop is Westerfield. If you enjoy my videos, please leave a like, share, subscribe, or just leave me a comment saying you like the video. That's fine as well. I appreciate everything. Let's get this channel to grow together. I appreciate my community already. And I am a firm believer in a big family. So let's make this family bigger. .8 miles to Westerfield. Got a 35 coming up as we approach Westerfield. The doors will be opening on the left in 0.7 miles. If anybody lives out here, it would be nice to hear what you have to say about this area. To me, this area looks very beautiful. I've never been there, and obviously I'm looking at it through a game. I can only go by what I've seen from this video game and from my time out there, however brief it was. I'd love to have made it longer, but you know, there's a thing called life. So you know, every day can't be a vacation, no matter how much we want it to. But if I could get a job out there, like if my company was hiring out there, which I'm actively looking at, I would see if the opportunity could help me. Doors are opening on the left. This is Westerfield. Watch your step. This is the Felixstowe train to Colchester. Colchester. Next stop is Ipswich. Stand clear to close the doors. Next stop is Ipswich. Pretty soon we'll be dropping down to a 40. Speed limit of 40. Speed limit of 40, then to a 25 entering the platform at Ipswich, where we should have some traffic. .8 miles to Ipswich. Have a downhill decrease of 1.9. So I'm just going to let this coast with the step 1 braking. There's the warning for 40. There's the board for 40. drop to 38. Break off. Is the repeater. Looks like we're good. There's the ding. And there's the green light. There's the 40. As we join the main line. Main line's to the right. Drop it down to 25 miles per hour. And we are all good to reach platform 2. And a yellow platform 2. This is Ipswich. Doors will be opening on the left. Red signal up ahead. Just going to drop down to 15. There's the warning. This is Ipswich. Make sure you have all your belongings with you upon leaving the train. Doors are opening on the left. 755 crossing in front of us. Reason why we got the red. Although I was here first. I have to wait anyway. Totally fine. Will we see a 360 on this trip? Maybe. I would really like to jump into one of those 745s, 755s. That could be a future run. Maybe do a run from Harwich-town to London, Liverpool Street. Yeah. Does it sound like a bad idea? And there's a 360. The next stop is Manningtree. Manningtree. Fun fact, is the smallest town in the UK. Didn't think I knew that. I study. I was good in school. I study. Alright. We have a yellow now. Switching DRA off. And I'm going to put this back into forward. And head outside. As the doors close. Stand clear, close the doors. Next stop is Manningtree. Manningtree. So we'll do one diesel run and we'll do one electric run today. The next run will be St Albans to Watford Junction on the Abbey Line. St Albans Abbey to Watford Junction, Abbey Line. Using a Class 350 London North Western Railways. So we'll go from diesel to electric. Diesel to electric. I'll give you one of one. Today's run will not be 5 hours long, as the last one was. But it's just about enough to keep you into it. Let's see if we can get up to 100 on this run. DVD. And I don't mean digital video player. .2 miles to Manningtree. Manningtree, platform 2, 8.2 miles. On this very scenic route. Lots of trees, lots of green. And I've noticed that a lot about the UK. It's very scenic. It's very scenic. Like everywhere I've gone, it's very scenic. And I just wonder if, well, obviously it's by design, but if they actually would like to expand more on cities and towns. You know, me being from New York, I'm used to seeing mass people in a crowded area. So I'm just spitballing on what I'm used to. I'm also used to seeing a lot of greenery stuff now. I've been living suburban for like the past 6 years. And I like it. It's nice and quiet. You know, it's something I can see myself doing for a while. But what are your thoughts? Like, I don't know if you're from like a scenic area and you wonder what like city life is. You know, vice versa. Just let me know. Just under 6 miles. Or if you lived in London, in central London, and you're tired of the city life, where would you move to? Where in the UK would you move to actually have a good life? I would like to know that as well. Maybe I'll steal your ideas. I just want to be happy too, you know? And my daughter was out there for school doing study abroad, and she looks the part, like she could fit in out there. You know, aside from actually talking. When she talks, you know, then people would automatically know she's from America, and it's happened, and I told her that would happen. I've said to her, I said, people are going to think you're from the UK the way you dress, and then when you open your mouth, they're going to know you're from America. Because we say certain things differently, and I don't think she understands those different words, but she's used to it now. She was out there for about 5-6 months doing study abroad at Roehampton University. She's home now, thank God. I missed her. But I felt so bad taking her out there and just leaving her for like 5-6 months. So, yes, I'm glad she's getting a good education. But at the same time, it's my one and only baby girl, you know? So, yes, I want to see her. But it is what it is as we hit 100 miles an hour. I'll slow down now. Just warning for the 80. Step 1 braking. The warning for the 70. I'm gonna leave it in step 1 for a little bit, just so I can coast. I don't want to fully slow down. Plenty of time. 1.5 miles away. Drop down to 40. .7 miles to Manning Tree. Realize there's no whistle board there, but it was a crossing. This is Manning Tree. 3-car formation. I will be stopping at the 4-car marker. Doors are opening on the left. Watch your step. This is Manning Tree. Manning Tree, the UK's smallest town. Just like Ipswich has history for being the place where the diesel lawnmower was invented. Doors are closing on the left. Step in. Next stop is Colchester. Is anyone into actual route building on Train Sim Classic? I've been having this urge to start my own route. Obviously not an imaginary route, but with all the talk for Train Sim World 6, and knowing most likely I am not going to get the Elizabeth line, I've been thinking I want to just create it myself. And I've started to dabble in it. I'm used to using the editor when I create, these custom routes, but mainly I'm not editing the world. I'm just editing the trains and the timetables. So I am accustomed to some of what needs to be done in the route editor, and I've been trying to dabble in it, and I've been looking at a couple of people online. I've talked to Cactus Juice a couple of times, and his videos, his tutorials are pretty good too. They're just very intense. Like, there's so much that he explains that my mind is just going, like I need a dumbed down version, for myself until I get more comfortable with it, and then I can talk to Cactus Juice about his videos. And I know he's probably done with Train Sim Classic, because he's moved on to Train Sim World. He's a developer with them. But it would be nice to pick his brain about certain things, because obviously what I want to do is in none of the tutorials. There's not one tutorial that teaches you how to build a route underground. It tells you how to do tunnels, but there's not one route, one video that shows you how to do underground subway type stuff. No matter who you ask, you won't find it on YouTube. It'll tell you about making tunnels underground. But the world, it sits above the main plane. So how do I build underground and create a subway tunnel atmosphere? That's what I want to learn. I want to learn that. I will sit down with anyone who's willing to teach me this. On my own free time. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to sit down and learn on your time. It doesn't matter when it is. I'll make time as long as you're willing to teach me. I'm willing to learn. It could be 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'll say yes. There's the warning for the 90. Passing out first free. Class 70. I'm going to drop to step 2. As we approach Colchester, 1.5 miles to Colchester, platform 3. Another yellow coming up. There's the magnet. There's the acknowledgement. Platform 3, acknowledged. But I would like to learn some route building. I understand Train Sim Classic is 50 years old. I'm spitballing here. Obviously, it's not 50 years old. But, you know, I still would like to learn something. I like learning new skills. You know? Especially if I'm going to be creating content for it. It would be good to learn, you know? That way I have control over my videos. I mean, I have control over my videos now, but I'd have even more control. Approaching the platform a little hot, but we should be alright. Past the 4-car marker, but we should be okay. And we are at Colchester. Watch your step. Doors are opening on the left. This is the last and final stop on this route for us. Colchester. I'm actually going to put the DRA on and shut this down. It's off. Doors are closing on the left. And there you have it. That is Felixstowe to Colchester. Nice, quick, painless, smooth route. And let's jump into the next one. This is the St Albans Abbey to Watford Junction. Hope you enjoy this one just as much as I did as well. Here we go. I'm going to leave the DVD off on this one.
TPWS and AWS operational.
And we also have a passenger view this time, which is great. Usually this is the view that you see when you're in the train, so how could you not like that? I'll just finish setting up the inside of the cab. GSMR. Acknowledge my config. Acknowledge. Wipers. (602) depart. Just forgot my destination. Watford Junction. There we go. Stand clear of the closing doors on the left. (15 miles an hour leaving this platform. This is a 4-car set. Next stop is Park Street. Full beans. Whistle. Park Street in 1 mile. Making all stops to Watford Junction. This is Park Street. Doors will be opening on the right. Howard, next stop. This is Howard. Doors are opening on the right. I love hearing that little noise. Next stop is Bricketwood. Bricketwood. And 0.7 miles. Bricketwood. This is Bricketwood. Doors will be opening on the left. Watch your step, leaving the train. Doors are closing. Step in on the left. Next station is Garston. Garston. Garston is your next station, 1.16 miles. This is Garston. Doors will be opening on the left. Step in and stand clear to closing doors on the left, please. Next stop is Watford North. Watford North. As it starts to rain. I would love to pick the brain of an actual train driver just to see what goes through their mind when they're on a route that they know like the back of their hand. Like, is it all just muscle memory? You know, it's very repetitious. You know, like what do they do? Like what's running through their mind? You know, I know they're looking for landmarks. That's obvious. You know, they know how fast they need to be going when they're getting close to a platform, or when they're not close to a platform and they need to actually slow down to reach a certain speed. You know, so I know in America they look for landmarks, recognizable landmarks, so that they have some sense of where they are. But I'd really love to know what's going through their mind other than that. Like, are they thinking of what's for dinner? Doors are opening on the left. Are they thinking of what's for dinner? Or is it just, I have a job to do, I'm going to do it. That's all I'm thinking of. You know? Because if it's anything like when I'm working, I know exactly what needs to be done. I can do it in my sleep. So when the time comes, you don't need to ask me about it because I'm already set up for it, because I know what's coming. You know? Like, because I work in TV, and we get what's called a rundown. So we know exactly what's coming up. If something changes, they'll tell us in our ears or on our headsets or whatever. But we know what's going on for the most part. Now, say you get something that happens that's out of your control. That's different, you know? But for the most part, we know what's going on. And it's my job as a stage manager to let the rest of the crew know, to make sure that they understand what's going on. So, you could tell the camera guys, hey, this is happening, although they should be listening themselves. This is happening, expect this, or you need to be over here. I need you to shoot this. Or say someone special is coming in for the show. I need to have that person mic'd up. Like, that's my job. I'm basically the director in the studio. No excuses. I need to be thinking 4 steps ahead. When everybody else is thinking right now, I need to be thinking what's up. So my brain's always constantly moving. Like, I'm my own Sudoku puzzle. This is Watford Junction. This is the last stop on this train. It's the wipers. Hopefully we can see some traffic coming into Watford Junction. Car stop marker, and just the right place. Doors are opening on the right. Looks like nothing's going on. Oh no. So that'll just about do it for this latest installment of King K Games. Today we were playing Train Sim Classic. We did a route from Felixstowe branch all the way down to Colchester, about 45 minutes I would say. And we just finished this route, which was St Albans Abbey to Watford Junction, using the Class 350. It's a beautiful train. It's a beautiful route. Short, sweet. I had fun. Thank you guys for having fun with me. If you have anything that you'd like to see in the future, just let me know, and I'll do my best to get it out to you, and hopefully we can enjoy train simming together. And I don't know, if you have any ideas what you'd like to see for next week, just let me know. I'm currently thinking of doing something American. I know people have been asking me for some American stuff. So I am from New York, and maybe I will do some New York area runs. Maybe a little Acela train, Metro North, Jersey Transit, whatever. But we'll see. Until the next time, Thank you for rocking with me, and I will see you next week, Saturday, same time, 1 p.m. Eastern. It's probably 6 p.m. GMT, I believe, if you're in the UK. Yeah, so enjoy the rest of your day, and talk to you guys later.